Hi everyone, it's Suzanne from Tree Hoppers and this is Glenn.
Hello.
Glenn's going to be sitting in for the story today, which is one of our favourites. I've read this to all of my children and it makes me laugh every time. Are we ready? The story of the little mole who knew it was none of his business. Why is this so good, Glenn?
Because it's got poo in it.
It's got poo in it, which is always pretty hilarious, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Poo
Okay.
Funny.
Right. One day, the little mole poked his head out from his underground house to see whether the sun had risen. And then it happened. Plop! It looked a little bit like a sausage. And the worst thing was that it landed right on his head. Yuck! How disgusting. How mean, cried the little mole. Who has done this on my head? But he was so short-sighted, which means he couldn't see very well. He just couldn't see anyone around. So he's going off to investigate. So the first bird he sees is a dove. And he says,
"Did you do this on my head?"
And the dove says, "Me? How could I do it? Because I do it like this." And
Splat.
splish, splish. A moist white blob landed on the ground right next to the little mole. And his right leg was splashed with white. Yuck. So then he sees the horse. What does he say?
Did you do this on my head?
And the horse says, "Me? No, how could I? I do it like this." And flump, plump. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big fat horsey apples plopped down within a hair's breadth of the mole. He was very impressed. Who does he see next? He sees a hare. And what does he say, Glenn?
"Did you do this on my head?"
And the hare says, "Me? No. How could I? I do it like this." And rat-a-tat-tat. 15. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 little round beans shot past the mole's ears.
I'm sure they weren't beans.
No, he saved himself with a daring leap. And then, who does he see next? Mr. Goat, thank you. What does he say?
"Did you do this on my head?"
What do you think the goat says back? He says, "No. How could I?"
"I do it like this."
Like this. Plippity plop,
A pile of toffee-coloured little balls
tumbled onto the grass. The little mole found them almost appealing. He's still got the poo on his head. I would have got that off by now, wouldn't you? Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Who does he see next? It's the cow. What does he say to the cow?
"Did you do this on my head?"
He says, "Me? No. How could I?" And
"I do it like this."
plosh. A big, brown, sloppy, wet pancake flopped onto the grass just next to the mole. He was very relieved that it hadn't been the cow who'd done something on his head.
He's right there.
You wouldn't want that on your head, would you?
He's drowned in it.
So then he meets Mr. Pig. And he says,
"Did you do this on my head?"
He says, "Me? No. How could I? I do it."
Like this.
And plop, splat. A little soft brown pile fell on the grass, but the mole held his nose because it stank. Yes, very stinky. So then he goes up to the flies and he starts to say, Did
you do this on my...
And he stops. Because as he came closer, he saw it was 2 big fat black flies and they were eating. At last, he said, someone who will be able to help me. Who did this on my head? Right, what do the flies say?
Keep nice and still, buzzed the flies. There was a short pause, and then it is clear to us that it was
Who was it?
a dog.
A dog. Not my dog. It wasn't my dog. No, it wasn't. So finally, the little mole,
Sure it wasn't this guy?
it definitely wasn't him,
Was it you?
knew who had done the business on his head. It was Basil, the butcher's dog.
Sure it wasn't that.
It definitely wasn't. So quick as a flash, he climbs up onto Basil's kennel and
Plop. Pling. A tiny black sausage landed right on the top of the dog's head.
satisfied at last, the little mole disappeared happily into his hole in the ground. Underground. Sorry. I hope you like that one. That's definitely one of our favourites. See you next time.